Hey guys, it's Dara. First off, I want to say thank you so much for getting me up to 2,500 followers. That was kind of surreal. I will do another giveaway at 3,000 for you guys, and I will give away the Firecracker exam books. No, Exam Cracker MCAT books, because I have like 4 or 5 of those. So those will be my next giveaway when I hit 3,000 followers, and it'll be getting closer to MCAT season, so you guys should be able to use those. I've had a few questions since last time, and since today is my first day of second year, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So first off, what did I do this summer between first year and second year? I did research. So I went to like a meeting. If you're in med school, you'll get inundated with emails about research opportunities from your student affairs office, from random sources, from professors who come and talk to you. It all kind of depends. So I got, so I went to a meeting and got in touch with a researcher and worked in a lab doing basic sciences research all summer on cancer tissue cultures for squamous cell carcinomas. And what we did is we exposed them to varying amounts of e-cigarette extract material that had been like vaporized and then put into liquid form to see to compare the DNA damage between regular cigarette smoke, secondhand smoke, and what these e-cigarette aerosols can do, and the DNA damage that they can cause in cancer cells that are already present, because a lot of people who have cancer don't stop smoking after they get cancer. So we did that, and then I did a cytokine array to check for like what proteins are expressed by which cells that are exposed to which thing, different inflammatory markers and stuff like that. So if you want to go into a really competitive specialty like I do, it's a really good idea to get a jump start on your research between first and second year of medical school. So that took up about 2 months of my summer. I got out June 5th, and I was researching until July 21st. And then I took a really big trip to Los Angeles to see my aunt who lives out there, and I went to Disneyland, and I was at Disneyland for 15 hours in one day, and that was exciting. And I went all over LA and Orange County, and then when I came back, I went down to San Antonio and I shadowed a laryngologist down there and pretty much found what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. So, fun fact, I want to be a laryngologist. It's going to be awesome, and I'm very excited. Which brings me to STEP. So to be competitive for an ear, nose, and throat residency, I need a 240 plus, ideally a 250 on step 1. The average is around a 230. The highest score you can get is like a 300, but I don't think that anyone has ever gotten a 300. So my goal for right now, 250. If Vinny sees this, if anyone talks to Vinny, let him know that it's 270, because he told me 270 or nothing. But realistically, for me, a 250 is like the goal. Like, ah. So, start second year, which means you start thinking about STEP. First years, don't really think about it. Just do well in your classes, learn as much as you can. Try not to forget anything over this. Oh, try not to forget some things over the summer, and that is the first year. What you should do to get ready for STEP. Firecracker, I downloaded it yesterday, or I guess I signed up for it yesterday. I've got a month-long free trial. So I'm going to use that during this block, which is cardiovascular, respiratory, and renal, and see if it is helpful. I have heard really good things about it, so I'm going to try it. So I'm going to use Firecracker from now until STEP, and I'm going to start doing UWorld in January. And between then, I'm just going to kind of do all the Firecracker questions, hopefully have some time to go through first aid, and just really keep up with all my classes, because these are really important organ systems that we're going over this year. It's cardiovascular, respiratory, and renal. Neuroscience that's the second block that I have this semester, and then next semester I do reproductive medicine. And then I have like a clinical transitions course, which I'm pretty sure is just kind of like a 10-week long guided review for STEP. And then we get off April 29th, and I have until June 30th to take step 1. Because I start third year next July 5th. So that's where I'm at right now. But second year was fine today. No bad things to report. Okay, next up. Do I live with roommates? The answer is yes. I have one roommate. My previous roommate recently moved out, and now I live with my friend Evan, who is the little brother of a friend that I've had for like 5 years. So I've known him since my sophomore year of undergrad. So yeah, living with a boy. We'll see how that goes for like the next 10 months. Is it lonely to not go to lecture? Sometimes. A lot of the time when I don't go to lecture though, I like don't stay at my apartment and study. I will go to campus. I will just go to campus and I will work on the lectures that were given that day, or I will listen to them on campus or at Barnes & Noble or something. So going to lecture, most people don't go to lecture. We just go other places on campus and we study there. So it can be lonely, and when I do feel myself getting lonely, I will drag myself to lecture at 8 a.m. Not a fan, but sometimes I will. Do your grades and step 1 scores really make or break you when deciding on a specialty? Yeah, kinda. Your step score, I think, more than your grades, just because step 1 is literally everything, and it's become a really, really, really important part of your residency application. If you don't have a certain step score, you won't get interviewed for a certain specialty. If you don't have like a 240 or above, for the most part, and I'm not trying to sound like the student doctor network right here or anything, if you don't have a 240 or above, you can kiss ear, nose, and throat, plastics, optometry, ophthalmology. Yeah, all those really specialized fields of medicine that are super competitive and don't have very many residency spots. Yeah, if you don't have a certain step score, you're probably not going to get an interview because they will just cut any like specific step score or below for interviews. I will say that letters of recommendation can help a lot if your grades aren't great. So if you want to get into like a really, really competitive field and your grades are meh, but your step score is really, really good, hang around the department, let the department chair get to know you, shadow a lot, see if they have any research that they need written up or whatever. Try to do those things, and that, like, getting a really good rec letter will go a really, really, really long way. So that's all for now. I will see you guys the next time I do a video blog, which should be, I don't know, pretty soon. I have a decent amount of questions stocked up. So let me get through like the first week of first year. I will let you guys know how Firecracker goes. Yeah. Thanks for following me.